So if you guys watched the video I did called Hurricane Reclaimed Walnut Platter and Bowl, I do a combination of projects in one video. But this is a continuation of that. That original was done on May 10th. So this is a continuation of that. May 10th, 2025. So if you want to see how I got to this place, it came from a round, like a log cookie to begin with. So that's back on May 10th, 2025, if you want to see that. So if you look at the video that I did a while back, a couple of weeks back, called Hurricane Helene Walnut Bowl Finished Part 2, well, I didn't finish it, but here's a video of what it looks like finished. I added this resin and these pieces that I had from a resin pour. I just thought it'd be something funky and cool, and you can see the bark inclusion on that. But this is the final piece. That video was published April 26, 2025. So if you want to see how I made it before this, go back to that date and that title and you'll see it. I took a little of this, mixed it with a little bit of that. And this is water and this is oil. So it went together, but I had some issues in the beginning, but I just was persistent and it did color it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Definitely not as dark, but the water putty is kind of light anyway. And, whoops. And I filled it in the cracks, and it did start to make a big split right here. You can see it on the back side right there. You can kind of sort of see that right there. And that was, I think that was going to crack right through the whole piece. But it's probably a week after I last videotaped this. But I'm just trying to give you an update on what I'm doing. Just a real quick update. By the way, I took this other piece that I milled, and this is long grain, or that is end grain. So basically, this is the way the wood grain works. This one is, well, let's say front to back, the way the grain is going. And this one, it's all like, well, I don't know, it's end grain. I don't know how else to explain it, except these are all open. And the wood wants to just go crack, but it doesn't do it with this kind of grain positioning. More because the grain wants to split at the ends, like the ends, and then at the pith and out. And the pith is where the water and food and everything that feeds this tree goes up the middle and then distributes out to the leaves and, well, branches and then leaves. So this is a way more fragile piece than that. But just a simple update. I got a lot of wood back here, walnut, that I can make stuff out of. Some of it's splitting, but that's the way it goes. We'll see what we can do with it. Put some wax on this. Finish it off nicely. Has a nice foot. It's all waxed. So it's kind of it's a skew. It's not perfectly square, which I'm fine with. But this is perfectly round, done on the lathe. And this is the last of it. This is going to go in somewhere. So this is dry now. And this is the crack, and it looks like it might hold up. Can't really see it from the inside. It looks about the same. So we'll see. I'm gonna let this sit here for a couple of months, I think, and then sand it when I get back. By the way, I have these burls here that are from a big old maple tree that I found in a guy's yard, and he let me take them off of the, and at some point I will mill those too. So, and I don't know what I'll make out of them. They're just so cool. I hate to mill that away, even though I know what's under it is very beautiful. But I just like this texture. So I don't know what I'll make out of this one or that one, but I've got a couple of those that I will mill later on. So subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications, and they'll be online soon enough. Thanks for watching.